in Waliaula, KTN News.
Did you know that you can plant a tree without having to buy a seedling or get your hands dirty during the planting process? Well, planting a tree has just been made easier and fun for you and I. All you need is a carrier bag, sling, or even a donkey if you can afford one to plant a tree. Brenda Zederadido now tells us of the story of a young environmentalist who has started a tree planting initiative known as Seedballs Kenya. Take a look.
It goes without saying that environmental degradation happens every day and stopping deforestation is twisted endeavor. Government decree on cutting of trees notwithstanding. But it is the drying up of lakes and rivers in Mount Kenya region and Aberdare forest that is most worrying. Logging for construction, charcoal trade and search for firewood for most households is putting the ecosystem at risk of destruction. Owing to the negative effects of deforestation in water catchment areas, Teddy Kinyanjui, together with his friend Elson Caston, started a campaign of rallying Kenyans to make real impact and help regreen Kenya through the Seedballs Kenya project, an initiative that started in 2016.
You know, the way more climate change is happening, we can't really guess when the rains, if they're on time, if they're not. If it is raining, it's very difficult to get seedlings to the site. The truck gets stuck in the mud. Sometimes you can't find labor because people are working on their farms during the rainy season. Just the plastic bags alone, you know, if we're planting 2 billion trees in Kenya, if you imagine 2 billion plastic bags, that's a huge amount. So a lot of those factors all came together, leading to the development of doing these charcoal dust coated seeds.
The seedball process begins from collection of charcoal residue.
This is the beginning of the seedball process. So all of the charcoal dust that we collect from the vendors who sell charcoal in Nairobi, basically about 10% of everything that comes in is broken into fines that are too small to use in a jiko. And so once the charcoal arrives here, it gets sieved out, cleaned with a magnet and picked out any of the impurities, and then it will go on to the next step of being made into a seed ball.
From here, the final charcoal dust mixed with some nutritious binder goes to meet the tiny seeds that happens in a special machine that Kinyanjui and his friend invented. The function of the charcoal coating is to help protect the seed within from predators such as rodents and even birds until the much needed rain pours to help it germinate.
So that's where we've brought this concept of bringing old waste charcoal dust from those same type of trees in those same areas to coat and protect the seeds so they can sit around for even 10 months, 1 year, waiting for the rains to come, and then they can start germinating.
The seed balls are then dried for about 3 weeks depending on the weather. From a distance, someone may confuse this for animal dropping, but just like it sounds, it's literally a seed inside a ball. Every ball has to have a single seed. After drying, a sample of the seed balls are then planted on this seed bed to determine their success rate before distribution.
When we were doing each of the batches, what we'll also do is take out a couple samples, random samples from each batch, and then do 16 balls per 1 square meter. And this we just do to ensure any types of new species we're doing, how do they behave when they're seed balled, what's germination rates, what have you.
These seed balls can easily be dispersed over large, remote and inaccessible areas. It is an engaging and fun activity that encourages everyone to take part in reforesting Kenya. Right from people throwing thousands of seed balls out of an helicopter to using slings to distribute the seed balls without cracking, it means everyone can take part in reforesting the country. President Uhuru Kenyatta early this year set an ambitious 30% target for the country's forest cover by 2050. To ensure this target becomes a reality, especially in arid and semi-arid counties where charcoal burning has become rampant, An initiative such as Seedballs Kenya, among many others, will ensure the country goes green and safeguard endangered ecosystems and water tasks for prosperity.
According to Seedballs Kenya, about 13 million seedballs have been distributed into the ground, and more than half of the seedballs will germinate and eventually become mature trees. And with this, the country is very optimistic. Reporting for KTN News here in Nairobi, I'm Brenda Zeda Radido.